Good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl Ann.
How are you?
I'm Iris. This is Cheryl Ann. This is Coffee and a Podcast. And I'm good. I've just been on the road driving.
On the road again.
But you know what? I was so happy to drive here. This is one of my favorite things to do, I have to confess.
Oh.
Driving here every Saturday morning to record our podcast.
Oh,
it brings me so
I know,
much
it makes
joy
me very, very happy
and
too.
happiness. I love it. I love it.
Well, you look beautiful. She's rocking this beautiful
I've got a
little
nice Costco
It
dress
has little
on.
layers, like little
It's really
folds on the
pretty.
bottom. Very
It's kind of
pretty.
conservative for
Little
me, but
cameo, and then this beautiful, it's handmade by her.
My mother-in-law,
Mother-in-law.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, and costume, jewelry.
But yeah, you're sporting.
Yeah,
I
I feel
wearing
good.
fall colors because today, even though it's the end of August, it's pouring rain all night long.
I was going to wear rain. I have a dress on. I was going to wear my rain boots, but I wasn't ready to succumb to fall yet.
I've been wearing them.
Even though, yeah.
All this week, my little doggy prints, my little doggy faces are all over mine.
We have a week and a half of rain here in the Pacific Northwest, even though it's the end of August. But it should be nice starting next Wednesday. I follow the weather daily. I'm like a weather hound.
I have too much to do still, so I don't want it to be all... I'm not doom and gloom, but it's just these kind of days I like to just
cuddle up,
sleep, watch TV, or do big pots of stew or soup. That I do like that.
Now
I do like the clothing
my language
because then I get to wear my boots and my warmer clothes. And,
right.
And
no,
so
I
that
totally
part
get
I love fall clothes.
Yeah, I do
that
too.
part's fun.
I do too. But I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the rain.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, first I have to show you.
Oh, and I made some
Look
fall
at this.
baking.
She made these delicious.
I
Can you
just
see
love
them?
the fall colors I baked.
I know, aren't those cute?
Little cupcake papers.
They're so cute to
Cupcake
go with mi
papers.
cafe.
Oh yeah. Here's a toast to you.
And to you.
Chin. Cheers.
She does the iced and I do the hot.
Oh, so good. Well, there was a couple of car accidents apparently on the way here, so it took me longer to get here, but so I drank a lot of my coffee.
Yeah, it's like
when you're sitting in traffic for an hour and
then you gotta go to the bathroom, but you keep drinking your coffee. But
you're
like,
and I'm like,
what do I do?
What happens if somebody has to go number 2?
Yeah. Then you're in a little trouble.
You're in a big trouble.
Yeah, and where she was at, there's no other exit but her exit.
Yeah.
So she couldn't get off at another exit unless you would have known that before you took the trestle.
Right. And I didn't know.
And then you're just stuck. You're just stuck. So that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
But
so what have you been up to all week? Oh, you forgot your lips?
No, I think yours lips are very pretty. Yeah, I didn't put lips on.
Well,
I have lips on, but I didn't color my lips.
I didn't color them.
Oh my goodness! No, I know you just have a little gloss.
I'm glossy.
I'm all about
when you get older. I'm all about the gloss. Glossy.
The shiny.
Shiny. And I forgot to wear my sparkles today. My little skin
Your
sparkles.
Personality will sparkle
I was
out.
so bummed. I was like, wait, no sparkles? No sparkles today.
Oh, I don't know where it's at. I had some sparkle that Terry, my daughter's mother-in-law, had given us.
Really? I love sparkles.
Still in a box somewhere. So.
Still in a box.
Still in a box.
That's
still
a song
box,
if I hear it coming here. Still in a box.
Still in a box. Hey, I'll have to write a song.
Still in a box.
Still in a box.
I'm on my way. I was writing a song on the way here. So how's your week? Is it better than last week?
Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Just
you
busy,
seem like
hectic.
you've had a little bit of lift, and me as well. From the week prior, we were
just in the brain.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we both had
it's
hard. Weeks.
Yeah, it's very, very hard.
But we're here and we're happy. I'm so happy. I'm this place. Anyway, blah, blah,
and it's her turn. I get to sit back and
relax today. My new saying, everyone.
Beautiful cupcakes and drink my coffee and be quiet.
My new saying. No, I don't want you to be quiet. I want you to interact with me. My new saying is blah de blah.
Blah de blah. Blah de blah.
I'll be going along and it's blah de blah.
Because there's a Beatles song, isn't it?
Oh, is there?
Blah de blah de blah. There's something that has that.
I didn't steal it from them. I promise. It's
no.
I didn't.
No, she didn't. No. But you can say it. I mean, you're not like you're out there copywriting it.
No. Bloody blah.
It's a little...
Or bloody blah, blah, blah.
I'll have to find that.
Okay. So,
but who are we doing today?
Well, today, I am very excited to present Maya Angelou. And who wrote, what the name of this book is and who wrote it. A biography of an award-winning poet and civil rights activist.
Oh, wow.
Donna Brown Agains. I might be saying her name wrong. Any corrections today you can send to coffeeandapodcast3@gmail.com.
There you go.
Here's the
putting a little accent there for a moment.
See it? Bloody blah.
Bloody blah.
Anyway.
She looks like she has such a sweet. You said she passed, right?
Yeah.
She look at. I mean, such a. I mean, I know she showed you, but look at her sweet soul. I mean, she's better. I bet she has stories.
Oh, I'm gonna tell them a little bit. There's so many that sometimes I have to compress it in my brain. I read the book, I read the information online, and then I just kind of compress it because otherwise I could just go on and on and on, and I don't want people to lose focus.
So much detail to some of the, especially. Oh my God, she's picked some really
and I love
researching.
Ones. Researching. Did I say that word?
Researching.
Yes. Researching.
Researching.
So my source notes is the Maya Angelou, a biography. I already told you, award-winning poet and civil rights activist by Donna Brown Agains, and Wikipedia, and miscellaneous quotes that she's famous for. So on today's episode, I will start out with a quote from Maya Angelou. And maybe if you've heard her deep, sultry voice, you can imagine her saying this.
Oh, now I want to hear her voice.
I know. Her voice was like velvet. The best way to describe it when I heard her speak. That's how she sounded, like just like velvet.
Wow.
And one of her quotes was, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." That is some grit right there.
I love that.
I do too. So just when you think
do that again, say that again.
Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better.
Wow, that's very deep. I like that.
She was a woman of grit. Yeah. So she was not born with that name, Maya Angelou.
Yeah, like how did she get the name
Maya? I'm going to tell you, but first
I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah.
Okay, be quiet, CA.
No, I love it. Talk away. So her birth name, Marguerite Annie Johnson.
Oh, there you go.
Marguerite. But it wasn't from Marguerite, though. Mm-hmm. Marguerite Annie Johnson was born in St. Louis, Missouri on April 4th, 1928. 1928, people.
1928.
And
just
there was a lot
years ago.
of amazing, just a few years ago. We have so many amazing people that were born in between 19 and 1930. Really.
Oh yeah. I would say back to 1880 to 19.
Oh really?
Yeah, because then you go back to like
just miraculous,
Tesla and all those guys, all those inventors,
Smarty Pants.
Yeah. Einstein and all them.
So she was born. She was born. She was the second child of Bailey Johnson. He was a doorman and a Navy dietitian, and Vivian Baxter Johnson, a nurse and a card dealer. What a card dealer? Yeah, what a combo. Let me give you some medicine and take your money. That's just what I thought of when I read that.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
Maya had an older brother, Bailey Jr. He nicknamed Marguerite Maya from Maya, meaning sister. Then Marguerite was 3 or 4 years old, her brother 4 years old. When Marguerite was 3 and her brother was 4 years older, maybe, I don't know. Their parents ended their tumultuous marriage, and then they went to live with her father's mother in Stamps, Arkansas. I don't know how
that happened during that time. Remember Lucille Ball?
Yes.
Same thing happened with Lucille.
Yep. Very common.
Oh.
They lived there. While they lived there, they experienced such prejudice from people. It was a tough time in the South. Angelou's grandmother, however, prospered financially during the Great Depression and World War II because the general store that she owned sold basic and needed commodities because She made wise and honest investments, it is said.
Wise and honest?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
She wasn't a car dealer.
What are you saying? No.
Not that car dealers are dishonest. But anyway.
Tony's got to make a living somehow, right? No judgment.
While Marguerite lived in Stamps, Arkansas with her grandmother, Annie Henderson, she experienced the KKK and lived to tell about it.
Oh,
Marguerite went on through her life experiencing many harrowing and violent situations.
Can you imagine how scary that is
throughout this
with the
book.
KKK? Sorry, I need to cut you off, but can you imagine
Excuse me.
being a young child?
Yeah, no.
And then you see... Witnessing all of that.
It was really frightening.
I mean, I'm scared and I'm an adult. I mean, just imagine a child having to witness all of that.
And prejudice. You know,
prejudice.
It's just, it's horrific.
Just so horrific.
It should have never
happened.
happened.
We're all one color, people.
Yep.
Wow.
Her father then uprooted her and her brother to go live with her mother again, Vivian Baxter, in St. Louis, Missouri. Some say Missouri.
Missouri. She wants to French it up. Little exotic. Missouri needs to be a little bit more exotic.
Let's play the sad music for a minute because it gets really sad.
Oh no.
Yeah, but then it gets better. But it has to get sad.
Yeah.
Vivian lived with her mother and her 3 uncles. Her mother then met a man named Mr. Freeman.
Uh-oh.
He worked...
Are we going to like Mr. Freeman?
No. He does meet a tragic end, though.
Oh.
Mr. Freeman worked out on the Southern Pacific Railroad yards and moved out with Marguerite and her brother Bailey. One day, when Vivian and Bailey were not at home, Mr. Freeman raped 8-year-old Marguerite.
Oh.
What in the blue
Can I
world?
say that word?
Yeah.
The babe.
So he threatened that if she told anyone, he would kill her brother Bailey. I mean, who rapes a child? It's
yeah, and then does that.
Yeah.
We're like,
when Bailey found out, he told his grandmother, who called the police, and Freeman was arrested.
Good
found
for
guilty.
her.
Yeah, it gets worse though. Freeman was arrested, found guilty, and served 1 year. When he got out of jail, he was found dead in a vacant lot.
Uh-oh.
Even though Marguerite had nothing to do with his death, she's pretty sure her uncles beat him to death.
I'm sure.
They beat him to death. And she felt responsible for the man's death. It wasn't her fault.
No.
Marguerite did not speak for the next 5 years. She lost her voice. She couldn't articulate.
Oh my God,
she
it
couldn't
makes me want to cry.
Oh, I know.
That
It's
makes me
really
want to
sad.
cry because that stressed
She
her
internalized.
out.
It did stress her out.
So much.
Because, I mean, to cause a human's death, you know, she was a deep soul. You know, she was
a sensitive, I need a tissue. She was a sensitive soul.
She really was. Are you crying?
That just is,
don't make me cry. God, I gotta get through my fermentation. But you can cry if you want. I'll cry with you.
Cry if I want to.
She was then sent back to live in Stamps, Arkansas with her grandmother. And while she lived there, she met a lady who inspired her. That lady she met... Oh, you're going to really make me cry. I can see you over her. That lady she met taught her about the importance of written words. Lesson in living. Her mother then moved to San Francisco, so Marguerite moved with her. So
I like that name, Marguerite. That's
through food, which my favorite, Marguerite learned about other cultures there. So she's in San Francisco. I don't know what year.
Oh, I love San Francisco. San Francisco today, yeah, it's so cute.
So cool.
So congested.
In the 1940s, though.
Can you imagine? I wonder what it would look like.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Like must have been magical.
Air.
Yeah. With the streetcar and everything.
They didn't have did they build the row houses already? Those were built in
probably.
Yeah, they probably had those.
She enjoyed her teacher, Miss Kerwin, who treated all her students with respect and stimulated her students to think independently.
Good going, teacher.
So she ran away for a short stint, and she went over to San Diego, and then she moved back home. She wanted to earn money, so in 1944, 16-year-old Marguerite...
I was just going to ask how old she was,
became the first black streetcar conductor for the Market Street Railway Company. They thought she was 19, because she lied on her resume. I know, yeah. And didn't know her true age. They did not know her true age. However, Marguerite, only 17 years old, met some dude and gave birth to a baby, Clyde She gave birth to a baby boy, and she named him Clyde Bailey Johnson.
Wow.
Later went on to rename himself, which I love.
He renamed himself?
Guy. I love that name, Guy.
Guy, yeah. I like that name, Guy.
The baby daddy was all so young. Marguerite did her best to take care of her baby and worked odd jobs. Wow. She tried to join the army, but they rejected her right before she was supposed to begin. They found out, and they believe that because she studied dance and drama from the California Labor School, that she was believed to be in a communist organization. So if you were out of the norm, sounds familiar. If you're out of the norm, people automatically just think the worst of you. That was Lucille Ball.
Yeah. She went through that whole thing with her grandpa. So,
yeah, exactly. It's weird.
Yeah.
So anytime you do something out of the norm, you're labeled.
People, come on.
So therefore she was unacceptable to the army. Oh. Margarita then went on, but it was a good thing.
That's okay, because I was just like, she did great things.
She came on to do great things.
She might not have done that if she went to the army.
Marguerite then went on to dancing and acting. Wow. She changed her name to Maya Angelou, in which I shall now address her from here on out as such. She was no longer Marguerite Annie Johnson. She was Maya Angelou. Wow. She put together her own routines, and when she wasn't doing that, she joined people who were putting on plays and would tour. So she's out there hustling.
She's hustling.
She's a hustler.
And she has a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
She eventually could tour in other countries like France, Egypt, parts of Africa.
That would have been amazing.
Especially Ghana. I know, right? I imagine in the 1940s going to Egypt and performing and just singing and dancing and oh my God, just so innocent, you know. Mm-hmm. It is said in Wiki that she had a string of odd jobs in her youth, and some examples: a cook, a sex worker, which judgment here, Maya.
She was a sex worker?
She was not ashamed of what she had to do to survive at that time and raise her young child, and we shouldn't be either.
No,
I hold no judgment.
No.
You're a single mom. You're trying to do the best you can. And perhaps you're not. Yeah, so we cannot judge. Yeah, we don't know. Sometimes but she talks about this a little bit more throughout about shame, which I completely agree with. She had 2 marriages throughout her life, one to Tosh Angelos and the other to Paul Defeu. I might be saying his name.
Defeu.
Both very different times in her life.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy too, but I don't think she married him.
Besides the guy?
Yeah. But there was baby daddy, then there was Tosh Angelo. Yeah. Or maybe Tosh was the baby. I don't know who the baby daddy was. Both very different times in her life. Maya has 7 different autobiographies that reflect different times in her life as well, in which I have yet to read but would love to. Wow. So she would have like volume 1, what she was up to during that period.
Oh, like a diary.
2, yeah, sort of, so to speak.
Kind of.
She also had a relationship with, this was an important guy, and I only know how to say his first name, not his last name, so we're just going to make it up. And then you can let us know. She also had a relationship with Vusame. No.
I'm not going to try. She can't do it.
Vusamasi. Something like that.
Vusamasi?
Vusamasi. I even wrote it down this morning. Vusamsi. 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 Vusamsi Maki.
Vusamsi.
Maybe it's Maki. Maybe it's, I don't know what else M-A-K-E could be, but
McKay.
She had an important relationship with him. Oh, McKay. Because he was African.
Could be.
McKay, that's a good one.
I don't know. Well, let us know.
McKay.
Yeah.
We'll do McKay. I like her version better than Maki. Maki sounds different. McKay.
McKay.
In 1961. So she had a relationship with him. As I had expressed, Maya was not ashamed of her past, and I have to give her so much admiration, as shame can cost so much valuable time in our lives.
Yeah.
It does. She is quoting, blah, 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 blah. She is quoted in one of her writings. I wrote about my experiences because I thought too many people tell young folks, I never did anything wrong. Who? Moi? Never. I have no skeletons in my closet. In fact, I have no closet. They lie like that, and then young people find themselves in situations and they think, damn, I must be a pretty bad guy. My mom or dad never did anything wrong. They can't forgive themselves and go on with their lives. Maya was a very empathetic soul. Yeah. And she portrayed it in a lot of her writings. I see that. Maya lived in Ghana after she broke up with, what did we call him? McKay in 1962 and lived there. I was freezing in here. No, my feet are cold. My legs are cold. That's because I have a dress on.
Yeah.
And that's
why I layered up.
Me, I was like, I'm wearing my red dress.
I know, it looks great.
Okay, anyway, her and McKay in 1962, and then she lived there for 3 years. I have a tickle in my throat all of a sudden.
That was me yesterday. The change of weather does that to me.
Yeah, like it wants to cough, and I don't have any reason for it, really. Dry throat. Maya lived, we already know. Oh, no, we don't know that.
Take two.
Reason being, her son was in a terrible accident, and he had to be nursed back to health. So they lived in Ghana while she nursed him back to health.
Oh, wow.
An interesting thing for Maya as well, when she did live in New York, Malcolm X had invited her to come work for him in 1965. Sorry. And right before she was supposed to start the job, he was shot and killed.
Oh my goodness.
I might need to get a throat drop because my throat I have one in, if you want to bring me my purse?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks. And I'll keep reading.
Carry on.
All of a sudden I just got this like strong tickle. I know how people feel now, and no liquid is gonna.
This one?
Yeah. No amount of liquid is gonna soothe it. It's gonna have to be something, I'll have to. You guys will just have to listen to me.
Yeah. Well, look at this. So look at her notes. She's very, very organized, very, very detailed. And so you can tell that she actually did read this book. This is cool that it's a small little book. And it's easy font, which is great. See if we have any pictures. No? We have no pictures in here? I'm a picture girl.
I know. I don't think so. Yeah.
No, but you
can look up online. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
The way it's fonted out, I like it. Easy reading.
Okay. So anyway, Malcolm X had invited her to come work for him in 1965, and right before she was supposed to start the job, he was shot and killed.
Crazy.
The same thing happened to her with Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh my goodness.
On her birthday, he was shot and killed.
Oh.
And that was a week before she was scheduled to start for him. There was a lot of Pan-Africanism and revolutions during her time, and I had to look up what is Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is that?
It's the idea of African descent what African descents have in common and interest and should be unified, often takes the shape of a political or cultural movement. So she's living in Ghana. She's trying her best to take care of her son. And one of the hardest things for her to overcome in Ghana was because she was Black American. She was considered an outsider,
an outcast
by the citizens of Ghana.
Yeah, because she wasn't one of them, they felt, because she was from America.
That never stopped Maya from trying to fit into the culture. Never stopped her, though. That's what I love. She had a lot of grit.
Good spirit.
Oh, yeah. Once described a road trip she made by herself, and the description she gave very much resonated with me. Red bougainvillea. It's this like Mediterranean. It's in California and Mediterranean climate. I love bougainvillea. Bloom by the sides of the road. Clusters of palm trees grew scattered over the hillside. That is how I remember California for me.
Sounds pretty. Not now.
She wandered into a village for a night, and she had a beautiful experience with a woman from the village. The woman, whose features were similar to Maya's, believed that Maya was a descendant of a native of Kita. I might be saying it wrong. Kita. We'll just go call it Kita.
Yeah,
who had been taken into slavery. So this woman looks at her and says, I believe you're a descendant of native Kita who had been taken into slavery. Wow. When she heard that, Maya wept with the woman there in the village, so they bonded. She mourned for the sad and tortured history of her people, but Maya also cried tears of joy. Despite the tragedy of slavery and their displacement to a new land, her people had survived. Mm-hmm. Maya knew there was a lot to cry about, but also much to celebrate. Through many years of despair, unfair treatment, and slavery, her people had faced down disaster and dared to hope. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maya also witnessed the Watts riot in 1965. It was a violent time. When she moved back to New York right after this, there was an amazing friend named Jerry Purcell. He became an important character in her life. Oh, wow. He ran an Italian restaurant and became a friend who helped Maya with money to help her in her quest to write plays. Oh, wow. No strings attached.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. You don't find that every day.
No.
Maya had this amazing attitude. Yes, I can.
She's the original poster person for that.
Yes, she really is. Mm-hmm. She really is. The minute someone tells Maya that she cannot do something, her energy goes up and she says, yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Just watch me.
Maya believed that all things are possible for a human being. She believed there was nothing in the world she could not do. She had an amazing spirit.
Yeah,
she really did. Yeah. In 1970, she was only 42 years old. Maya published I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, the first volume of her autobiography.
Oh, wow.
In 1971, she published her first volume of poetry, Just Give Me a Cool Drink of Water Before I Die, or Water for I Die. Not before, but before I die. In which she was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize.
Wow.
In 1972, Maya became the first African-American woman in the United States to write a Hollywood screenplay and have it produced, Georgia, which is the story of two African-American women touring Sweden and deals with interracial relationships.
Wow.
She was out there.
She was.
She hit a stride. The list goes on, and so could I. Okay, just a little more then. Her next autobiographical book, blah, 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 blah. Her next Her next book, released in 1974, describes Maya's effort to overcome economic difficulties and her search for self-worth as a teenage mother. That she writes about that in that book. Maya's strong spirits begin to emerge, and she dares to dream of a better life in spite of her difficult circumstances. Many people identify with Maya's response to life's challenges and her ability to take risk with the way she finds personal freedom in her heart. One evening in San Diego, she told an audience that she has learned that human beings are more alike than unalike. I thought of that this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because, well, when I was reading through this again, because I do my reports ahead of time, I do my research, I try to do it ahead. So I hadn't read it in a couple months since I wrote it. And it's true. Once I read this, I'm like, it's true. We don't realize that we're more alike. Mm-hmm. So human beings are more alike than unalike, and that all people must refuse the hardening of the human spirit and stay open to one another. Only then will people be able to live together in peace. And forgive me, I don't know what's happening.
It's the weather. Totally the weather.
I don't know. It's like my... She also believed that courage is the greatest virtue, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently.
It's true.
Yeah, that's definitely food for thought. She gave a beautiful poem for President Clinton for his inauguration called On the Pulse of Morning.
Wow.
In 1993, when Maya turned 65, her close friend Oprah Winfrey
Wow.
hosted a party on a cruise ship.
Did she get a car? No. Anytime I think of Oprah, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
I want a car.
So did she get a car?
Probably. Everyone came to celebrate her life. She dedicated her book, Wouldn't Take Nothing from My Journey, to Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, wouldn't take nothing from my journey. That means
with
she's
immeasurable love.
happy that she did everything that she did. She's happy with that. Wow.
Maya remained productive for many years and published many poems and books. In her own unique artistic path, Maya has become one of the most respected literary figures in the last half of the 20th century.
Wow.
Maya lived a life of taking risks and learning from her mistakes. Her strong work ethics and deep religious beliefs helped her to rise to meet all of life's challenges. As a great writer, Maya's use of words to create a kinder, more peaceful world is what made her a national treasure. In other words, she always took the high road. You know, that's not always easy for me, for sure, like taking the high road.
Life knocks you down. It's hard to do that.
It really is, but you get back up. It was said Maya Angelou died of natural causes in 2014 at the age of 86 years old. R.I.P. Marguerite. Maya Angelou quotes just a couple of little ones here. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Yeah. So people, and what we're going to talk about today in our mini-sode right after this. Oh, we're on episode 23.
Oh, yeah.
What we're going to talk about is expectations and humility. And this just reminds me of that. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. In other words, we all go through changes to get where we are, and it's very challenging sometimes. She said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I like that. And her most famous quote was, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you.
Oh, yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, that was Maya Angelou. People.
Wow. She was amazing.
I
she
highly
passed
recommend.
Not too long ago, just 10 years.
Yeah, not too
10
long
years ago. So
I would love, she would definitely
be
have been someone I
a
wanted
good one to meet.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I could go back in time and put myself in a situation.
But then you'd be in an Umbrella Academy situation where you've janked up the timeline.
It's a show on Netflix, I think.
Yes, it is. But no, I know, I think about it all the time. It'd be so cool to do that, to go back, and there's so many people. Martin Luther.
Well, when we read these stories.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many I'd love to go back, and Abraham Lincoln, and Lucille Ball, and just so many. Doris Day. I mean, yours and mine. And so many. Michelangelo. I mean, her. I mean, there's so many people that.
When I read these stories,
I may not relate to them on their level, like Tesla, his mind, Albert Einstein. I mean, some of these people are just, I would like to meet her. I think he had Albert Einstein. I think he had a real fun, quirky side. I really get that sense of him. And I would just love to meet him because I think I'd be like, oh, I connect with you, on that level. Not on that whole, other, knowledge he has. But I really think that I could connect with Albert Einstein.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun. So if you could just kind of, can you imagine?
Yeah,
like
I could.
You go through a doorway, through a portal, and then you can go through these different rooms. I think they have their names.
I hear a new show coming.
They have their names on it, you know. And then
you could go talk to them.
Yeah, and then you could go visit them.
I have so many people I'd want to talk to.
That'd be so cool.
I'd be like, just blow my mind.
Well, yeah. I mean, just their energy, just their spirit, just their drive, wouldn't that be just so cool? I mean, you just live your life, just go living, checking out other people. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
people fascinate me.
We do, they fascinate me too. That's why we talk about this.
Yeah.
This is why Wait, I put that hand lotion on. That might be what's causing my like.
Could be.
'Cause I'm sensitive to
true.
scents and stuff, and
That could be. But Alex has been doing it. I've been doing it. It's like a tickle in the air, but it could be. It could be the dry. The air could be too dry.
Yeah.
I did have the air machine on. I have a puppy. Well, she's not a puppy. I call her a puppy. She's gonna be 8 this month.
Yeah.
But I put the air purifier on her to try to, like, right now she has that wet dog smell. So I always, like, I was running up late last night and I try to get
the air clean.
The air as clean as I can and move the beds out and that. So, because she's really highly allergic to animals. So
that's me. But I love animals.
Right. So
she meaning Iris.
Yes,
I am allergic to animals, but I love them. I love them so much. I mean,
I could have dried out the air a little bit too much for you too by doing that. I don't know.
No, I'm not sure what it was.
It could be a little bit of everything.
Could have been everything.
Could be she's getting allergic to me. I don't know. Yay, you're making me
allergic to you.
Just don't sneeze on my beautiful. I'm going to show them again. My beautiful muffins.
Yeah, I can't bake every
cream
weekend.
Cheese?
No, that's just butter and sugar and some cinnamon.
I know she makes all the time.
Yeah. Well,
but
I was going to do fun stuff.
I was
going to put fun topping, and then I was like, I ran out of time.
What? You ran out of time?
Yeah.
For me? What?
Yeah. Sorry.
She even matches her outfit. People, look at this.
I ran out of time.
She matches.
I started cooking at 5 a.m. this morning and doing laundry.
Not me.
I'm a morning person. Yeah.
I was sleeping. Away. As you guys probably have figured out, I am not the morning person.
She's not. I am though.
When were you born?
In the morning.
See? When was I born? In the evening.
Really?
Seriously. I really think my daughter.
No, Scott was born in the morning and he's not a morning person.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my family, it's totally on point. Totally on point with when we were born.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was born in the evening, 7 o'clock, dinner time.
Wow.
And
Is
then,
that when you kick into high gear?
Yeah, I do. I get, not like during these dreary months, but no, I do. Yeah. I'm just don't wake up. I'll be late to my own funeral. You can quote me on that. I just...
she won't know.
I wonder if you guys will know. You'll be like, how'd she do that? She's so smart.
She's bloody late for her own funeral. I was so scared my husband was going to be late for our wedding, and he was earlier than me, which really made me feel really
That makes you feel really good. And then he's like, why are you late? Iris, why are you not
I wasn't late, but he was so early.
That's
like
awesome.
I was, like he sent me up flowers and candy to where I was getting ready and hadn't seen him yet.
Good, Scotty.
I know.
Good job. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good job.
That's fine.
Good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. But no, that was amazing. I'm so glad again. If you want to see one of her, now she has how many books that she's written?
I don't know. 7?
A lot.
A lot.
So again, if you want to check her out, read this.
Really good. We're really
it's
worthy.
It says African American icons, which there are so many that we will get to on our podcast.
Yeah, so many people.
And
to read.
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys coming along. We hope that you guys are getting something out of this. You're learning that
can learn with us.
Yeah, learn with us
because we're having fun.
We enjoy it. I mean, tell? And there's ones that are intertwined. Like we're gonna do people that like might be poets. But they're different. Astronauts,
scientists.
So there's a reason why we picked them.
Field workers, farmers, everybody.
I might be doing
everyone.
A singer. Everyone. I gotta research that. Amazing voice. I
can't wait
every time I
can't wait.
And this person is living, so I just came to me yesterday.
Well,
yeah. So and then if you guys have anybody you would love us to do some research on and represent, we'd be honored to. And
we're gonna read. I'm going to read a book from her friend. In a couple weeks, I'll start reading that.
That's right.
But I have to do one more. I have to do a couple more ahead of her. But I have it on my list to do.
She is. We're gonna try to do. Yeah, we're gonna try to get her and do a video podcast with her. And we'll be, as we grow and evolve, we will do more of that. As we get bigger, we will do like
Yeah.
We'll do ones where that you can call in. We'll have it set up to
We
a number.
will?
We will.
We're going to be live?
We're going to be live.
What? I don't
She didn't know that, but yes.
How does
Yes.
that work?
It works. Trust me. We got this.
Okay.
So
Pretty soon we'll be on tour.
Exactly.
As good as
The Coffee
anything.
Podcast tour. Coming soon to your
bring your
town.
coffee.
Yes. Bring us coffee, and we'll supply the entertainment.
I like iced coffees, not too strong. That's
Yeah.
it. With
Oh, I
breve,
just-
with half and half.
Oh, there you go. I just gave her some, not Nabisco, Nesco.
Okay.
Nesco instant espresso blonde coffee. So I want you to taste it and see what. So I left over by your bag. So
Okay.
we,
I'd
we
love
will
to.
get to that too. So we will.
Yeah. Coffee
I
and
know
a
I promised
podcast.
that we would be saying, hey, this coffee is so and so. This is instant. This is Brazil instant.
Brazil instant.
Brazilian,
Mine's instant blonde Starbucks.
Oh, well then you're already drinking it. I didn't know you had it. Oh, that's.
It's a different brand.
Oh, but it's Starbucks, yeah. And I think I wrote Nabisco. Why do I keep saying Nabisco? I obviously have food because I'm looking at these yummy
Are
things
you
on
hungry?
my.
Have you not
No,
had
I had it.
breakfast?
No, I had it. See, if I would have known these were coming, I wouldn't have had. I bought blueberry muffins for us.
Ah.
The blueberry streusel. They're really good.
Oh.
And then triple chocolate for him. So.
Oh, triple chocolate.
But now I'm getting a little too hot.
Yeah, it is kind of
Getting
warm.
hot in here. Anyway, go ahead.
What is that song?
I kick up tomorrow. I won't take my clothes off. Promise you. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, anyway, we're all done
I
with
got
that.
some quotes.
Yeah, no, we're going to do this on the
Oh,
mini
yeah.
I'm ready
So never
for
mind.
We're going to
I'm
do
just,
in our little mini right after this.
Yeah, I'm
we're
having
signing
printer
off.
issues. Yeah.
And then we're going to do humility and expectations.
There will be a test. No, I'm kidding. Anyway. All right. So
Thank you for listening.
and
Be kind.
be good to yourself.
Thank
Make it
you.
a great day.
Bye.
Ciao.